All right, our next race is the 86th District Judge. And the ballot order, we're going to start with Rebecca Calabria.
Thank you, Terrell ISD, for having us. Bill, thank you for hosting this forum. My name is Becky Calabria. I'm running for the 86th Judicial District Court in Kaufman County. I am an attorney for 33 years. I practiced in Dallas County for about 2 years, and when my husband and I married, we moved to Kaufman, and I began my practice with him in 1982. Shortly thereafter, I began to specialize in the practice of family law, and have continued to do so till today. In 1984, our first child, Rachel, was born. Our second child was born 2 years after that, Annie. And our third child, Jessica, was born in 1989, and this is public speaking here. In 1987, in an effort to become more knowledgeable in my area, I applied and was approved to sit for the board certification exam. It's a rigorous process that we go through as attorneys. There are 70,000 attorneys in the state of Texas. Less than 800 have been certified to practice law in family law, and I am one of those attorneys. Every 5 years, we have to apply for a recertification, and 2013 was my last year to be recertified. We are examined in our knowledge of the law, in our trial skills, and in our ethical and our professional capabilities. And I passed and succeeded in all of those areas. You might ask why it's important, or why I want you to know about my board certification. You may be surprised to find that 52% of the cases that are pending in Kaufman County today are family law cases. Divorces, custody, adoption, CPS, and family violence cases. These are the predominant cases on our dockets today. And I think it's time that we had an expert, an individual, an attorney who's had experience and lengthy term of practice with this type of case. In this past spring, I received the last and maybe the most important honor that I've received during my practice. I was appointed by the State Bar to the Standing Committee on Professionalism. That is a committee that I will serve on for 3 years with judges and other lawyers in Austin to work to gain and to improve in professionalism and mentoring in our practice. I think thank you. I think I have to stop. Thank you.
Our next individual to speak is Casey Blair.
Good evening. I'm going to leave this right here. No, I'm not. I use my hands way too much when I talk, so I'm going to leave that right there. My name is Casey Blair. I'm an attorney. I have a practice in Horny, Texas. Basically, we have a general litigation practice. What that means is that's just lawyer speak we handle a wide variety of types of cases. My partner handles mostly the transactional, probate, and real estate. I do most of our criminal and family law. I do all of our litigation. A little bit about me personally. My wife told me I need to slow down. So usually I'm used to talking to a big jury panel, and they have no choice but to sit there and listen because they're legally obligated to have to listen to it. So I promise I'm going to slow down, but there's a lot of things I want to get through. We only have 3 minutes to talk. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research, to find me after this, talk to me. Talk to people at the courthouse, talk to people who see us on a daily basis that know exactly what type of cases we are. Every one of us are private attorneys, so you can look up what type of cases we handle and the frequency in which we handle those. My wife, she's sitting right there, her name is Kim. She is actually the beauty and the brains in our family, and I encourage you to get to know her better too. She actually has the harder job of the two of us. She stays at home with our 3 children. I better get this right. Parker, Brinley, and Bo. Okay, good, I got it. Parker and Brinley are active in our church. We do sports together. I coach both of their teams. We're members of First Baptist Forney. I used to be a member of First Baptist Terrell. I want to point that out because my faith is the single reason why I'm standing here today. It is very important to me. It makes up the better part of my character, and it is what I strive for in my daily walk. Not that I've already obtained it, but I strive towards living that out every single day, and it is the reason why I'm standing here today. A little about me professionally. I am a courtroom attorney. That's exactly what I do. In my time at the district attorney's office in Dallas, I tried over 50 jury trials, not to mention hundreds of other trials before the court, contested motions, you name it, I've tried it, all the way from DWI all the way up to capital murder. And I see I've got 30 seconds left. I've wasted a lot of time already. The thing I want to point out is that no one here can say they have more courtroom experience than I do. I've tried capital cases on both sides of the law. I've tried jury cases from DWI all the way to capital murder. I want to make sure I emphasize that. Since I've been out, I've continued to do so. I zealously represent my clients. I do mostly family law now, custody, child support, divorce, all things of that nature. And I am out of time. Like I said, thank you very much.
Let me remind y'all that you're going to have a few minutes for some.
Good evening. My name is Raymond Leslie Shackelford III, and I go by Raymond. And the story that I got is that my dad was going to call me Ray, and my mom was like, well, what about me? And so now I'm Raymond, and I've been Raymond as long as I can remember. I graduated from Kemp High School in 1992, and went on to Trinity Valley and then Tyler Junior College, finished at UT Austin in 97, graduated from Texas Tech School of Law in 2001, been licensed to practice since 2002. Experience is what I think the district court requires. And my experience has been that of a general practitioner since 2003. And Kaufman County has benefited with district judges who have been general practitioners, as would benefit with the service of B. Michael Chitty, who is a general practitioner and serves us in the 422nd Judicial District Court. And the reason why general practitioner experience is important and being a generalist is important, because the issues before the court are often intertwined. I have successfully tried criminal cases, civil cases, including family law cases, and have litigated, worked out, negotiated, and settled numerous cases that come before the district court frequently. Why am I running for district judge? It's because I am passionate about the law. I'm passionate about the Constitution. And I'm passionate about good government in Kaufman County. The fair, honest, and impartial administration of justice is the foundational principle upon which our personal freedoms and a prosperous Kaufman County depends. Now, 4 years ago, I sought the 86th Judicial District Court, and 43+% of the voters believed in me and voted for me because they thought that I could execute the tasks of the court. And now 4 years later, with 4 more years of experience and my continued commitment to the law, to the Constitution, and to Kaufman County is why I am the best person for the job as district judge in Kaufman County. Thank you.
Wade Jett.
Raymond, you got more applause than I got.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Wade Gent, and I'm also running for the 86th District Court. There's a couple of things you've learned in the last few minutes. One, that this court is a very important position, and that it hears cases involving a wide variety of different types of matters. Two, is that you have four excellent, or at least so far, you have three excellent candidates, all of which have very, very good strengths, and each of which has some weaknesses, and I'm no exception. So I'm not going to go over everything that the court hears. You've already heard that. I'm going to emphasize some reasons why I think I would be the best candidate of four qualified candidates, all of which would do a good job. First of all, I grew up in Kaufman County. My family has a long history here. I graduated from Kaufman High School, got a bachelor's in economics from Texas Tech University, and then I attended law school at Texas Wesleyan University, which is now the Texas A&M University School of Law. So I'm a newborn Aggie, I suppose. I think when you're asking questions tonight, and when you're considering who of the good candidates that you should vote for this very important position, there's three things that I think you really should look at. First, look at the experience that each of us has as a trial attorney, because I agree with all the other candidates that this is a trial court, and you need somebody in there as a judge that knows how to try a case. I've tried dozens of jury trials. I've tried probably hundreds of non-jury trials. You don't really keep track of all those, so there's no way to tell. Second, look at what history each of the candidates has in conservative causes, because while judges aren't really allowed to take political positions, you can learn a lot about someone's character based on what it is they spent their time doing. And I'll tell you that I'm the only candidate in this race that has about a 20 to 25-year history of effort and work in this Republican Party of Kaufman County, including a precinct chairman, a state delegate at the State Republican Convention, and all kinds of volunteer on different campaigns and different clubs and organizations. Third, look at whether any of the candidates has judicial experience already. And I can also tell you that I'm the only candidate who's already a judge and already has experience as a judge. In 2007, I was appointed Associate Municipal Judge for the City of Forney. That's a job that involves interaction with felonies, misdemeanors. It's a 95% criminal court with about 5% dog bites and that type of thing. Finally, so when you're asking your questions, these are the types of things that you need to be exploring, as well as when you're doing your research on each of the candidates. Finally, I do want to tell you that, like some of the other candidates have stated, my faith is very important to me. My wife of 16 years and our two children attend and are members of Fellowship Baptist Church in Forney, where I'm a director. In fact, last night I finished my final meeting as the chairman of the board of directors. So that's something that's very important to me, and that little beep is indicating that it's time for me to silence. So thank you. I would appreciate your vote.